He says she does have some records, but let's take whatever else you can offer. You can either let me know or let Kathy know at the office, wherever the office is. And finally, last week you just really overwhelmed me with wonderful generosity. Thank you so much for the gifts that you've given me, the socks. I'm going to show you what socks I have on in just a moment. I know, this is why you're all here. You're very excited. And I get it. I would be too. But let's put our best foot forward. And, you just wait. Yeah. Foot puns are easy. Say what? Then you're not right. Probably ask for those saying, what if you have 2 left feet? Then you're just not right. But you know what happens if you put the left foot on the wrong the left shoe on the wrong foot? It's still right. Anyway, thank you so much for the monetary gift. It was, foot puns aside, it really means so much to me and to my family. Your love, your appreciation means so much. So thank you so much for that. And now, how's the best way for me to show off my sock?
Up there.
Up here.
You got that thing?
I'll get there.
Yeah, I'll take this chair up here. Sorry for whose chair is this? Jim's chair. Sorry, Jim. So the sock that I have on today.
Oh!
And it says, social distancing before it was cool. There's a great picture of Sasquatch on there. So then, yeah, it's an excellent sock. It's very comfortable. It's Sasquatch.
That's Clarabelle.
It's Clarabelle. By the way, did you know that if you are worried about encountering Sasquatch, if this is a worry of yours, if this keeps you up at night, Rhode Island, statistically, is the safest state to live in because they've had the least amount of Sasquatch sightings of any of the 50 states. So I want you to know that as I'm wearing Sasquatch socks, I'm not wearing them out of fear, but out of confidence that I will not meet Sasquatch in Rhode Island. Connecticut? Who knows? For the children's story today, I have another Eric Carle book. Yeah, I think this is only the second Eric Carle book I've read, but his books are so good. The Tiny Seed. It's autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? So just so you know, this one here, that's the tiny seed. You can tell because it's smaller than all the rest, which I know way in the back, you can see the difference. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes, it flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind. But the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It's hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally, the wind stops, and the seed falls gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for its lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow is melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, the seeds grow so round and full they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They're plants. First they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up towards the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It's a big fat weed. And it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants, and that little plant dies. The little seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It'll be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for sun in springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along, and he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud. And now even a flower. But what is happening? First there are footprints, then a shadow looms over them, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. That's really nice. Except for the flower. It's summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than people. It is taller than trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. A giant flower is an actual flower. Look it up. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big, beautiful flower. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder and harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind shakes the flower. The wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. And this time the flower seed pod opens. Out come many seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. So today in the worship service, we're going to be, I know you're going to Sunday school, and I didn't say earlier that all ages can go to Sunday school. I mean, all ages that are still in school. Yeah, I know. That was this one. We are able to go to Sunday school. But we're going to be talking about prayer here. And sometimes we wonder if our prayer really matters. Can it really make a difference? We don't know if we can say the right words, if it has everything we're supposed to say, if it's fancy enough. But just like the tiniest seed, the smallest prayer can continue on in ways that we aren't aware of. That God takes the smallest little prayer and keeps it going and makes wonderful and amazing things happen. So when you pray, know that your prayer is a part of an amazing thing happening. You can go ahead to Sunday school.